Hello, in this video I'll be unboxing, setting up and testing out this swing away heat press from Ink Experts. Yeah, so let's get straight to it. I've already cut open the tape, so I think we can just pull the whole thing out. Whoa. Okay. How neat. Oh, it's quite small. So this isn't a sponsored video, by the way. My heat press broke, or rather I think my daughter or my wife dropped something onto it and cracked the top, and I hadn't used it for about 2 years, and now I've got a new sublimation printer. I've been wanting to get back into sublimation. So if this is the first time we're meeting, I run a handmade kids art and photo display business around kind of my day job and 2 young kids. So I've been doing it for coming up to 5 years now. Yeah, so my son's about coming up to 2, so I haven't really been able to get back into the sublimation side of things until now. So this is good. It's quite a nice dinky size. So I hadn't seen any reviews of this, but it kind of was at the right price point and size that I wanted. And I've bought from Ink Experts before. I had a Epson, is it LA5 ink tank printer that was converted. But unfortunately, and this is through no fault of Epson or Ink Experts, but I basically didn't use it enough. You're supposed to use them like a few times a week ideally, and I was using it maybe like, I don't know, a couple of times a month. So long story short, the print head's blocked, and it's quite a pain to I just check all these connections. It's quite a pain to purge all the ink and flush it out each time and get it working. And the last attempt, I haven't actually been successful in getting it working. So so it's quite a nice compact machine, which is good, because I'm just going to be doing small things like photo slates and coasters and, you know, ceramic tiles and that kind of thing. Anyway, so I thought I'd get this and try it out and bring you along with me in case you are thinking of getting one for yourself. So yeah, I think let's turn it on. Just plugged in. And let's see how we set it. Alright, so it says press OK, P1 for temperature. P1 temperature. Okay, so that's at 200. So I want it at 180. Can I press and hold? Yes. Ooh. Enter. And then P2 for time. So P2 for time. 35. I think that needs to be 180 as well. Press and hold. Oh, yeah, there we go. Enter. Press OK to turn back. Is it actually heating up? Oh, it's heating up. I just couldn't see the light. Alright, it's heating up. Temperature's going up. So straight off the bat, it's pretty simple to use, actually. Some controllers can be quite fiddly, but that's one of the reasons why I thought, I'll go Ink Experts, because maybe they've sorted things out. So while that's heating up, I've got a coaster. Maybe I should have done this before, but let's swing it this way. Let's swing it this way. I'm going to use the back of that. So I'm testing it up, and I'm supposed to put a silicone sheet. I need to cut this smaller actually, but I think I can just lay it over for now. I think while it's heating up I need to adjust. Usually these are quite self-explanatory. I keep wanting to swing it that way. So go down. So you just twist anti-clockwise to raise it and clockwise to bring it down. So I just need to adjust for my ceramic circle. Ooh, needs to be quite a lot higher. Okay, so that's a bit more pressure. Okay, so let's let that heat up. I'm just going to leave the ceramic, well, it's a bauble, in there just to warm up because it's quite cool today. Yeah, so my old heat press, basically I came into, this is basically our garden room. I found that the top of the heat press is cracked, and I just thought, oh no, someone's either fallen onto it or dropped something onto it. So I think, so like a couple of years ago doing exercise in this room, I think they dropped like a dumbbell onto it, and but it's cracked, and I thought nothing of it until I came like 2 years later. I used it, and when I kind of lowered the top, it's I didn't pay attention until actually I was getting kind of like bad presses, and I thought, oh, maybe I'm out of practice or I haven't got the temperature right, but the whole top lid, when it was going down, instead of coming down flat, it was kind of, you know, not level anymore. And I think that's just moving the paper a bit on whatever I'm trying to press, and of course you don't want any movement in the paper. So unfortunately I think I have to get rid of that. It's one of these kits that comes with the press and a mug press, so maybe I'll take the controller off because that works with the mug press still. Okay, so we'll let this heat up and we'll do a test press and see how it turns out. But yeah, so far I think if you're not doing t-shirts or cushions or bags or anything, then it's quite a nice size. I think it's, I can't remember what it was, 38 by 20. Actually, you might say 30 by 23 cm according to the invoice. So so that's nearly hot, so I'll bring you closer and we'll stick on the photo, should I say, that we want to transfer. Alright, so now you're a bit closer, it's easier to see. So this is the photo, so I'm now using a Sawgrass SG500. This is on advanced photo, and there's still, oh, it's going to focus on her eye, that's great. So there's still like some dithering. It's probably, doesn't look quite as high resolution a printout as the Epson, but let's give it a go. Oh, this was one of my practices from before using the old press, and you can see this side is faint, and I think it's just the top plate wasn't giving level pressure. So these little ornaments are double-sided, so I'm just going to use the back of it while I'm testing out things. So I'll put that on, and then I've got, let's try this tape dispenser. Oh, see, I've moved it already. Let's try this tape dispenser, because I've always found it really fiddly, kind of. Which way do we turn it? This one? Oh yeah, there you go, it works. Brilliant. So this tape dispenser cuts like, I don't know how big that is, 40mm, 1.5 inches of tape as you turn the thing. And it's brilliant, because before I was kind of needing 3 hands because I was trying to hold the object still and try and use scissors and cut tape at the same time, and yeah, it doesn't work too well. I actually switched this off because it was beeping, but it shouldn't take too long to heat back up to 180. So this is slightly warm. Oh, it's cooled down quite quickly. So maybe what I'll do is, while it's heating up, just to give it another preheat, put it in place. And then once that's at 180, okay, so yeah, it remembers the time and temperature from the last use, so that's handy. So yeah, once it's warmed up, we'll give it a press and see what happens. But yeah, in case you're interested, this is 500 watts. Yeah, so for small things, it doesn't make sense to have a massive heat press and heat such a big area to press just like a tiny thing in the middle. So hopefully this would be a bit more energy efficient. Okay, so ready, and I'm not sure if whether I need to press to set the time. Alright, so you need to hit enter on this one. So my last one had a little switch so it knew that you'd pressed it down and it would start, but this one you just need to press enter. So it's no big deal. Just hit the button and the timer starts counting down. Alright, so into the last 5 seconds of the pressing time. So welcome back. Right, I'm going to switch that off because it's going to keep beeping otherwise. So the moment of truth, I'll swing that away. And I don't know actually if you're supposed to let it cool or take it off straight away, but oh, I'm going to take it off straight away because I've also seen that if you leave the paper on and it jiggles about, you can get ghosting. But let's bring you up, maybe a focus on her eye. Will you focus? Oh, amazing. So so that's actually really nice. So yeah, I was a bit concerned before. Maybe you can see the old picture on the back. And I thought, oh no, this sawgrass is rubbish. But I think actually it was just the old heat press wasn't really good, and the other thing I did was to make sure that the photo circle that I'd made, I use, what is it I use? Completely gone out of my head. This is what babies do to you. Affinity Designer and Affinity Photo. Yeah, I made sure that the project was at 300 dpi and then import it into the Sawgrass software, and it just stays at the same size and resolution. Don't need to resize or anything, and I think that generally helps to not kind of cause any resampling or anything weird. Alright, let's put that down and cool, and yeah, we'll go back to the other view and I'll just let you know my final thoughts. Okay, so we're back. Let's get this silicone sheet out of the way. Let that cool down, I think, before I close it. But what else do you get? So you get the instructions. In the box there's a label to say if you want instructions, you can go to the Ink Expert site and download some. There's a couple of spare fuses in there, which is quite good. So the recommendation is you don't plug these into extension leads because you might overload it, but because this one's only 500 watt, I think if you're careful and you don't overload your socket, I think you'll be okay. But it's nice to touch that the fuses are there. Oh, things falling over. It's nice to touch that the fuses are there. So yeah, I'm quite impressed actually, because from my first attempt, the press is really good. I'd be happy to offer that for sale. So footprint, if we're looking like the overall size, it's 36.5 centimeters, 14 and a, let's just say 14.5 inches by, well, still width is kind of from here. Again, 32.5 centimeters or 12 3/4 inches. What else is there? So a lot of parts actually are made out of steel. which is good because it should help with durability and rigidity. So it'll be less flex in the whole thing when you're clamping down and so on. Yeah, colour scheme, I don't know. To me, pink's fine. My daughter will love it, but I think it's nice. It brings a splash of colour. I mean, loads of things are always just plain colours these days. Oh, one thing I would mention is this screw here for the heating element plug. Just retighten it because I think it's, they ship all the way from China and then up to ink experts and then eventually to me. There's a lot of travelling and things can rattle loose, so just tighten that. But it's, all things considered, it's in really good condition. So final thoughts: if you're looking for a compact heat press that has a swing away feature, then yeah, I can recommend it. It's for the first attempt, it's easy to use, logical enough, and it gave a good result, a great result for my first press using this. So yeah, I'll leave the link below, and yeah, let me know your thoughts. If you've got any questions or comments, do leave them in the comments below. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye for now.